Hey, we are live. Just getting back at it. I'm gonna make sure that I got everything set up correctly here. Make sure I don't. Oh boy, make sure I don't have any feedback there. Um, hey, for me it's good afternoon, almost good night, but good morning, good evening, good night, good afternoon, wherever you may be. Welcome to the Blue Madness podcast, a production of Dodgers 2080. Still kind of getting things together here. This is Tim Rogers, and we're here to talk about the 2024 World Series champions. So it looks like, and we are talking about the golden era of Dodger baseball. It looks like we are like behind between what I'm saying and what the channel is, what I'm seeing on studio. So that's okay. We'll figure that out. Um, what we're going to do in this show is we'll go through a little bit of fun as we talk about what we talk about, what we want to talk about, and then um, we'll go through some of the we'll go through we'll go through the thing. We're going to do the tier list. If you have taken a look, but make sure I got to make sure I start recording, and I make sure I got to turn off the chat that's displaying because I'm going to cut that thing. So I'm going to do the tier list. There is a link in the description if you want to take it yourself and do it on your own. You could post it. We could maybe even do a show or something like that where everyone shows their stuff. Um, but have some fun with it, or just do it and print it and post it on the Twix or whatever it is. Um, yeah, so we're gonna do that today. That's kind of the main thing. Wow, it finally went live. Hopefully, you guys are seeing it now. All right, we have Craig Osterberg in the house. We have Chris Fauborg. I hope I'm saying that right. BC. Chris again. Good evening. Um, okay, we are ready to get rolling. We have witnessed a win and a loss in Japan, but these are exhibition games. Where that pitcher, guys, that was yesterday was good. Our number four starter in 2026. Um, Japan has really stepped up in the last 20 years, 15 even. I would say even more. Aeronetic in the house. They've really stepped it up as a league, and their players are getting better and better and even more better. I said that. So hey, for those who celebrate, happy second Sunday of Lent. Today, for everyone, it's March 16th, in which we are recording this, and that's where the predictions will be there. That's the date time stamp, and I'll make sure to say that at the beginning when I do the cut to work through the tier list. I'm not sure how long it's going to take, 10, 15 minutes, something like that. Um, but so I didn't watch. I don't watch anything hard. Well, I watched some of the game yesterday. I watched the first couple hours. I'm really as some of y'all know, I'm working on the sleep. Got to be working on the sleep. So that's what I'm doing, is making sure I'm getting some sleep, and that's what's kind of mattering right now for me. It has to. It's the biggest priority. It's the biggest problem with my health is lack of sleep, and yeah, you don't recover. Now, one of the things that I am hot after right now, I want that freaking. Where's the gold jerseys? Come on. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What did I hit something because something's recording. Oh. It's on I guess it was on the show was on live. I'm going to. Oh, there I can see it. Okay, cool. So maybe you're not as far behind as you are. Tim is in the house. Let's go. So it looks like I'm not that far back. And as I'm using my phone to also track the show. It's just the feedback I'm getting on on my computer is just it's over a minute behind. So I think we're good. I think we are good. Um, so one of the questions, just to start throwing it out there, center field, Andy Pajes, James Outman. What are we doing? I think it's Andy right now, at least for now. Um, I think for him it's the defense. We also know that he's both these players are very talented. In terms of physical ability, they both have amazing talent as human beings, as athletes. Outman even more athletic, probably. But Pi has maybe a little bit more on the baseball side. So it's kind of there. What's everyone giving up for Lent? You're giving up on fish and CT3. Oh, poor Chris Taylor. I didn't even bother to put it in my predictions, but I do predict that Chris Taylor will be um, on the opening day roster. I think we know that, especially with Haesung Kim gone, gone, gone. Yeah, some are giving up on Alman. I don't give up on players that easy, to my detriment. Um, you know, there's bias. James Outman has been a friend to any show I've been on since 2018. In terms of he was I was the first guy to ever interview him, and I did it through email. I also am the first person to on tape to interview or on video to interview Josue DePaula. So hopefully he's a big star. Um, yeah, Altman's got to really fix that swing. I know that the strikeouts are just so high right now. So hopefully he's. I do think it's more than likely he goes down. Not advocating, just saying. But he needs, hopefully he can get that swing down, find what he what he lost from 2023. At the same time, excuse me. At the same time, pitchers adjust, right? So James, he's gonna have to keep adjusting. Now, another topic related to Japan. Do you guys see Dodgers Nation's thing with Doug in that huge store? That was like a Buc-ee's. That's how big a Buc-ee's is. If you've never been to Buc-ee's, if you've never had the privilege in life of going to a Buc-ee's, that's how big it is. It's like that. There was some really cool stuff. I know Doug was copping a Yamamoto, which is great. I had texted him when I saw it. Gotta get an Ohtani. That it's so nice to have the big numbers back. I'll be back in the jersey business a little bit more this year. Those things from last year were just brutal, terrible. They're terrible. So hopefully everyone's doing well. We're getting ready for the season. And also, who's getting up at 3 o'clock, right? Richard, you're gonna get the grill going, right? At 3 a.m. So everyone's heading to Richard's house at 3 a.m., right? We'll take care of business there. Richard will have, I'm sure, all the non-fish items on the grill. So, sorry, man. So we have these two games coming up. We have Yamamoto, Sasaki, and then opening day is going to be opening day at Dodger Stadium's coming up. I'll be there. We'll have Blake Snell against Tarek Skubal, and then we're going to have Tyler Glasnow probably against Jack Flaherty. So that's cool, and that'll be the ring ceremony. I'll be at both. Let me know if you're going to be there. Richard, we're going to hook up for sure. Aeronetic, I'm going to find you. We're going to find each other somehow on one of those days. I think you said you're going to be there on Friday. My wife just got her Freddie Freeman jersey in the mail yesterday. She's ready. It's funny because she has, like me, we have Seager jerseys, so same number. Not only do I have a Seager jersey of number 5, I've got a Uribe. Come on. I have 2 Uribe jerseys of number 5. That's what we're talking about. Retire 5. and make it for Uribe, Seager, and Freeman. I do think that after Freeman's gone, when he retires or whatever moves on, he really should be that number should be retired, and they do it for Seager and Freeman, and if Uribe, Nomar, a few others, right? Yeah. Oh, you'll be at 5 a.m. That's easier. That is much easier. Yeah, can you grill ham and eggs at 3 a.m.? McDowell's, man. Yeah, they don't start breakfast till 5. That's terrible. You checked it out? Nice. Well, there's always, oh man, drive through. Could you get breakfast at? Shoot, man, you have to roll through a Denny's, get something to go. Something like that. I guess that's what you'd have to do. Yeah. Phew, that's so early. I am recovering from a bit of sugar today. Took the day off from all the stuff. So sugar is the thing I'm giving up on, just in general. But Sundays are feast days, right? So back on it tomorrow. Oof. But we see, yeah, Shohei, Mookie, Freddie, retire all those guys, man. Oh, heading to the gym at 3 a.m. Oh man, Raphael, you got that David Goggins in you. Get that David Goggins in you, dude. I like it. Someone's got to be there at 3 a.m. Actually, sometimes if I wake up and I can't sleep, I'll just go down, piddle around just a little bit to wake up, get some water in me, and then I'll get on the elliptical. But hopefully that doesn't happen. Carlos, what's up? All right. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to take down for the moment, I'm going to take down the stream from the chat, or the chat from the stream. So I'm going to get ready to record this thing. So here's the begin thing. And then let me let's do a quick check here to make sure. Check. Make sure that it's set up. Okay, there it is. We are set. We're going to start the tier list. So what I'm going to do, folks, I'm going to do a quick introduction. And then we'll start the tier list, okay? And then I'm going to ignore the chats during it, and then we'll talk about it afterwards. So 10, 15 minutes maybe? Not ignoring because I don't love you, ignoring because I'm grifting. Right on. You got that one, right? All right, cool. So I'm going to do like a little introduction, all that type of stuff, all right? Okay. 3, 2, 1. Hey, this is Tim Rogers. This is an outtake from one of our live podcasts, and we're going to do the 2025 Blue Madness podcast predictions for your Los Angeles Dodgers. Well, how about our Los Angeles Dodgers? And it's going to be, we're going to do a tier list. We're going to go through it. And then we're going to, there is a link in the description for, shoot, I forgot to record, folks. Sorry. Got to do it again. All right, this is Tim Rogers. This is a cutout from one of our live podcasts. We're going to do the 2025 Dodgers predictions. We're going to go through a tier list, and we're going to see what we think about our Los Angeles Dodgers. It's going to be an exciting 2025 season, but hopefully we can defend in 2025 from the wonderful 2024 World Series championships as we celebrate. Let's just hope there's no hangover this year. All right, here we go to the tier list. We're going to start right at the beginning. Snell wins the Cy Young. And so I am going to see. I think it's actually, I'm going to go with that one. I got a 50-50. I think that's where it belongs. Blake Snell, I know he had a rough inning in the fourth last night. I kind of don't care about that. He's got really dominant stuff. I think the combination of great surroundings, um, a ballpark that I think will help in some ways, but most importantly, the Dodgers pitching coaches. I think between the Dodgers pitching coaches, his feel for the game, his maturity. Oh, I'm so excited about it. So I think that's going to happen, folks. So former Ray, former Padre, former Gigante, Blake Snell. Speaking of former Gigantes, Michael Conforto hitting 25 homers. What do you think? I think we go here. I think the odds are very strong. Actually, you know what? No, no, not. I'm keep it here. I'm keep it here. The odds are strong. I like the way he looks. Pause. No, I like his swing. I like the way he plays the game. And by the way, I've got some more down here, so don't worry about it. Got some more. Um, I just think he's going to be batting, seventh. But with injuries, he might move up. That's okay. I just have a really good feeling about this. The next one, I'm going to get crap for this one. Mookie still playing shortstop in October. I have this as odds are very strong with this one. I believe that he's had enough work in the preseason and in the off season. I think he's prepared for this. I don't think he has to work as hard as he did last off season or last season. He would get to the ballpark at 12, 1, and just be out there hours upon hours. He doesn't need to do that this year because he's already done that work. So that's where I feel. Okay. Total lock. Rushing will debut in 2025. I don't know what he's going to do or when that's going to be, but he's debuting. They clearly like him. Dave Roberts has lots of good things to say about him. So I'm feeling very, very good about that one. Chris Campos is fastest rising Dodger prospect. I have this one at 50-50. And the reason I have it at 50-50 is because the Dodgers have so many good prospects. But I do think Campos will have a really nice season, is going to get in some of the top prospect lists, and will start to get noticed. So very, very excited for that. If you didn't, there's my interview with Chris. I released it last week. And great guy, but also just a talent. Clayton Kershaw gets 3,000 Ks in 2025. I'm going to go here because of the injury factor. That's the only reason here. I almost went total lock, but I just couldn't do it. It's only the injuries. But he's looking good so far. So hopefully he can just do it. My plan will be to go follow him during this time. So I'm hoping to do that. I say the Dodgers make a big trade by trade deadline. I'm going to say don't count on it. Even though there was a little leak of some type of Alcantara trade today, I think they're going to have a little bit better luck this year. I just do. I think the reason they had to make all those trades last year was because of injuries. So, and I mean, when I mean big trade, it's I don't even know if even like it would be a Lance Lynn trade is not a big trade. A Jack Flaherty trade counted as a big trade. The big trade with the Cardinals and White Sox, that was a big trade for sure. But if they, an Arenado trade, I guess that would be the low bar for a big trade. But that would only happen if things really go wrong. You guys read the Dodgers never were in on him. They never were in on him. All right, Dodgers win World Series. Let me get this. Oh, no, what did I do? Did I lose it? I lost it. Uh-oh. Let me undo that. Dodgers win World Series. I'm going right here, folks. Odds are strong. Odds are strong. So I think that's a big. I think I'm really happy with this team. The only thing stopping two things: injuries and somebody getting insanely hot in the postseason. That's not the Dodgers. The Dodgers have to overcome some things. Like if you heard Clint Pasillas and Alana Rizzo interviewing Dave Roberts on Dodgers territory, which was excellent interview. Please go look at it. It was one of those things where you just go, I'm going to move these things over because I need room. Um, you just go, well, Dave Roberts goes, we just had to catch it. Now we're not worried about like 7 game things. We can that's more time to overcome a problem. But a 5 game series, that's tough. And we've seen that in the past. Okay. Tommy Edman starts at least 100 games at second base. I'm putting it at 50-50. I have a feeling that Andy Pages is going to take center field. I just think he is. I think he's going to take it. They'll keep Hae-Sung Kim down longer than we think. And then maybe he comes up at the end of the season and does some platooning in the postseason where Edman goes to center field, Hae-Sung Kim goes to second, and especially and for defense also. But that I see that happening. I think Tommy Tanks is going to be second base. We're seeing that a lot. So there we go. Okay, Teo gets 100 RBI. I'm just putting this up here. I can't believe he missed it last year. Yeah, him and Will had so many opportunities. I couldn't believe he didn't get it last year, but I think we get there. Let's see. Tyler Glasnow starts in the postseason. I'm going to go 50-50. I'm optimistic, but the realism is that the Dodgers really have to manage this well. Actually, you know what? Nah. I'm going here. I'm going there. I'm going to say I do think the odds are strong. My optimism, I'm going to leave it there. Whoop, there's my notes for the exciting stuff, the exciting shoe. So yeah, I think I'm still waiting. I'm still wondering, when are they going to do the 6-man rotation? Because Shohei's been slowed down, right? Am I right? I am right. Okay, Dodgers don't clinch the West until 9/20 or after. I'm putting that at 50-50. Because things can go wrong with the season. Last year, the Dodgers only won 98 games. I like the fact that they got challenged. I thought that was important. It gave them a little kick in the head. So I liked that. I think that is going to be the case again this year. So, oops, I got too many things going on here. Sorry, folks. I'm just checking my times here. And then the last one. Tim sleeps through most of the Japan series. Let me see. Where am I going to put that? I'm going to put that at 50-50. So I am not setting an alarm. If I wake up, I wake up. And if I do wake up, it's only because I'm awake, and not where I'm just gonna get up because I see it's 3 o'clock or something. I'm not gonna do that to myself. Gotta sleep. I gotta sleep. So I do think that. So I didn't make any at the wishing well type things, and I kept it all Dodgers. I did have some Padres stuff, but I don't feel like dealing with that team. Last year, I said stuff like 85 wins max, and they did really well. And I wish the Padres to not do well. So what do y'all think? Like I said, in the description, there is a copy of this. And what I'll do, I'm going to take this eventually, and I'm going to post it onto X, and also put it on the chat here. And yeah, go ahead, find the link. You have to sign in with Google or something, but you can go do it yourself. All you do is just go take it and just move stuff around. Everything's on there. All the same stuff that I just had here will be on that one. So feel free to do that. Um, and like I said, post it. And if you can, give me a little credit on it. At least leave this stuff up here, please. You may put your name somewhere else, like down here, or your handle. Um, but yeah, let me know what you end up doing. I'd like to see that y'all pay attention, and I hope everyone enjoyed this. Um, so again, thanks, and let's hope the most important thing is not that one; it's this one. The Dodgers win the World Series. So that's the most important thing regarding Dodger baseball. That of course I want to see. All right, and if you have other predictions, maybe we could, you can always add some predictions to it, and you can do that. And so if you have more predictions or you want to create different predictions, just keep the same format. I would recommend keep the same predictions and then add some more if you want to do that. So hope everyone enjoys this. Thanks a lot. God bless and go Dodgers. All right, we're back. Here we go. Back to where to go. I'm trying to find my chat here. This is silly. I'm trying to get my chat back onto the screen. No biggie. Let's go back to this. Is that the right one? Yeah. Um, there it is. Okay. There's the chat. Okay, let's go back. Oops. The chat says. Let's see. All right. We got a lot of stuff. Good. Hit the record button. I know. Gosh darn it. Snell will get a no-hitter. Yeah, make that. Make your own and add that. Just add that. You again use the template. Go ahead and have that. Oh yeah, no kidding. 2020 Hanshin Tigers. They're on it. They're looking good, man. They don't give up runs. I think Glasnow will post better numbers than Snell if they stay healthy. Well, he could if he's healthy. That's for sure. Let's see. Snell at odds. Conforto at 50. Let's see. I think Yamamoto and Glasnow will post better numbers than Snell this year. I hope they do. If they're healthy, maybe they will. Yeah, Friedman wants to do as little as possible at the trade deadline for sure. Roki for rookie of the year. I thought about putting that, but I don't know. That would probably, I don't know. That's a good thing. People agree. Someone Aeronautic agrees about. Has to be done. Yeah, with Campos. 3K has to be done in Dodger Stadium. Let's hope so. Let's see if bat goes south. I think they'll move him back to right field. I think playing the infield wears him down. I think you could go back to second, not to the outfield. They're leaving Teo's out there for a reason. He is out there for a reason. Let's see. Oh, the runs. Look at that. 5.6 runs in 2020, 5.94 in 2024. Now you got to score, right? Don't count him at second. Well, it depends, right? He's their main second baseman until Hae-Sung Kim comes back. And hopefully he finds it. The team will be better, of course, if Hae-Sung Kim is one of our guys out there for sure. Or is on the 25 man. I believe that. I truly believe that they will be a better team with him there. Yeah, I want Glasnow to be there for sure. Oh, if they get their main pitching staff in, they're so much better. I think it's likely that Kike plays 100 at second. I don't see that. Tim Sleep says that don't count on it. That Aaron, you might be right about being too excited to sleep. Yep. Game start at midnight for you. Okay. I would do better if the game started at midnight. I would actually do better than that. Better with that for myself. Um, yeah, not if you have to work at 5 a.m. Yeah. For me, I work from home on Tuesday, but I go in on Wednesday. So got a little bit of both going on there. Um, I got the wrong, do I have the wrong camera going on here? Nope. There we go. Oh, that's the YouTube. Yeah, I gotta get that out of here. Um, yeah, the YouTube feed is so far behind, at least from what I'm seeing. So, fortunately, you're not. Yamamoto wins a Cy Young. Let's go. Does Shohei do the home run derby this year? No, not if, especially not if he's pitching. No, he won't. I don't think so this year. Dodgers win the division by mid-September. We don't need to win 150 games, 98 plus, and keep everyone healthy and rested. Yeah, but I also think that getting a challenge is a good thing. Winning too early is a bad thing. But they might. I think the Padres are going to drop a bit this year, and Corbin Burns is a great addition. I am not totally sold on the Diamondbacks pitching, but I do believe that they're better than their overall record last year. They came on. No to Outman home run derby. Come on, he'd probably do well with that. If we were making trades at the deadline, then something went wrong. Yeah, that would be injuries. That would be injuries. Don't run Will Smith in the ground. Play Barnes 3 times a week. Otherwise, why is he on the roster? I agree. I agree. Will Smith should start no more than 4 to 5 games a week. That's amen. There is no ifs, ands, or buts with that one. Oh man, that's for sure. All right, folks. What do y'all think of the tier list in general? You like that the way that comes out? More likely, Ohtani hitting 53 home runs or winning 10 games, 53 home runs. I don't think he wins 10 games. I think because he's stopped again, I think we get him in June or July. And they said it. They want him ready for October. If you have Shohei Ohtani as a available pitcher in October, ooh, ooh, you got Ohtani winning 10, huh? I just don't see it. I hope that'd be great, but also they'll baby him. 6-man rotation. They're gonna baby him. He might just go four innings in games. They're gonna take it easy because he didn't have the rehab starts. Maybe on an off day he can go down to Rancho, but if he's on the active roster, I don't know how that works. I don't know what's allowed with that. If let's say there's an off day and they're in LA and there's off day between, a Wednesday and a Friday game. Can he go pitch that game in Rancho? I hope so. Okay, let's be clear. Let's hope so, at least for my sake. The whole world would rather see him healthy for the postseason pitcher. Yeah, I agree. And same with us. Yeah, take it as slow as you need with Shohei on the mound. I agree. Injuries will dictate some of this. Gonsolin getting hurt already is not a good thing. Hey, we're all fans of. A lot of us are. We want Dustin May to do well. I don't know if we're all quote fans of his. I am, but we want to see him healthy. In fact, we haven't done this in a bit. I'm going to go back to this, but I'm going to change to a different one here. Let's go and grab starting pitching. Here's what I have. Okay, I want to make sure this looks right. Let me move some stuff around. There we go. So I've rejiggered it a bit. So starting pitchers, this is what we got going on right now. And I have this in order of once opening day at Dodger Stadium starts. Snell, Glasnow, Yamamoto, Sasaki, May is my guess. And then injured rehab, Ohtani, Shohei will get later. Kershaw, Stars mean they have options. Gonsolin, he does have an option, but not for long. but he will start the season on the injured list. They do have to make room for Sasaki on the 40-man. Everyone's going to freak out who can get rid of. They got plenty of guys on the 60-day that they can throw on there if they haven't. Bobby Miller got sent down to the minors. Nick Frasso to the minors, but did travel with the Dodgers. He did. So you never know with him. He might be activated for a Gonsolin or something like that. And then I got Ben Kasparis. So I got him. I think he's going to make the team in the bullpen. And then we have these two guys standing out there. Robleski's had a great spring training. My goodness. Man. What a spring training he's had. He's looked so darn good. So that's what I'm kind of going, hey, what do we do with Robleski? But I think he might start the season regretfully. Not that it's earned in AAA. The bullpen. So I got it like this right now because we have, let's just go to the injured list right away. Phillips, Kopech, I don't know if either one of them starting the season. Enrique, Edgardo, something happened. I don't know what he did. Brewstar injured, Sheehan out, Ohtani. I still have him as a possible reliever. Gonsolin is possible reliever, but I think he's a starter. Dustin May, Nick Frasso's in the minors. I could see Frasso getting this spot right here. So I've left it open. There's 7. There's 7 here, and there's 5 on the other page. That means there's room. So do they activate Frasso? I think they do. I think Frasso will get that last spot in the bullpen to start the season. Just a prediction, but if one of these two guys has to be healthy, and I have them starting this season with 4 right-handers. I think Jack Dreyer has earned a spot, but they also could go with and I didn't put in the non-roster guys. I should have. There's Gallegos. Garcia's on the trip, right? Luis Garcia, he's on the trip. Let's just add him. Let's just do this. Garcia. Can't even spell. So, yeah. So we have those guys out there. There's all those players that are possibilities for the bullpen. So, and just real quick, the lineup. You can see I've got, you can't see it, but got some minors guys there, right? Let me shorten this thing a little bit so we can see a little bit better. All right, let me move this over. Sorry. And then we can see a little bit more. Okay. Maybe. Sorry. You got this is what I think the starting lineup will be against all comers at the moment. I have the bench with Barnes, Rojas, Kike, and Taylor. Kike might platoon at third with Muncy. I do see that happening sometimes. We got to keep those guys. Normally, Garcia and Gallegos have 0 value. That's why they're free agents. They just have no value. If they get anything more than a bucket of peanuts for them in a trade, I'll be surprised. But yeah, the starting lineup, I think, is this what it is. And I think we got Outman and Fiducia just kind of hanging out. We already got Haesung, Dalton, Bodie, and Rosario in the minors. I think Bodie earned a spot, but he didn't get one. Not my problem, right? So, yeah, I don't see those guys having value at all. But never know. Dodgers they might make them better, but for now they might need them. Which is kind of a bummer. I really wish they didn't need them. That's my preference is that they don't need them. But let's see. We have Bobblehead Knights couldn't mix it. Original Dodger, original Farmer John Dodger Dog Night. Yeah, the replacement hot dogs just aren't there. It's just not right. It's not. There's nothing like Farmer John. So Robo or Ben C is six starter. I don't see them using that because here's why: the six-man rotation works with Shohei and Shohei only. And it works with Shohei because he doesn't count against the 13 pitchers. They're going to want an eight-man bullpen. They have to have that, especially with a six-man rotation. So I think that's going to happen. Which Dodger player will exceed expectation? Which Dodger player will disappoint you? Well, the tier list says for me, it's going to be Campos. It's going to take a while, but regular Dodger players, Conforto is going to really do well this year. I'm not going to go disappoint. I don't know. I don't like going there. I don't like going there. But I think it'll be disappointing that when people realize that Shohei's going to not pitch as much as they hope. I think that'll be the disappointment. Yeah, Robo's looking great, Tony. I agree. Yeah. Let's see. What's more likely? Dustin Ray's arm not falling off, Bobby Miller remembering how to pitch, or producer Kevin finally dining something with that kitchen. I think Bobby Miller's going to remember how to pitch. And he had a setback also with the head. Yeah. I don't think they have any trade bait. I don't see that at all. I don't. Those are washed up guys. Even if they rehab a little bit, it's a bucket of balls. Mostly likely a DFA, and hopefully they go through so they don't have to trade them. Because that's one of the things the Dodgers don't necessarily want. Let's say that Garcia makes, and I think he's got a shot at it. I think that's a really good possibility. Let's say that he goes through, and let's say he pitches for 4 months on the team, but then they make a minor trade and they get a better Garcia, or a few guys come back stronger, and they go, but we want to keep him, so they will DFA him, and he'll look for a spot in the major leagues. And let's say he doesn't find one, he can go back to the Dodgers. If he has any value, though, he'll get picked up. Those are DFA guys, type guys. But hey, I've been wrong a million times. That's why Norm's on this chat, because he's got takes that sometimes are different, which are good. Youngie is in the house. If Ohtani does not come back by May, will Gonzalez be sixth starter by then? I don't know if they'll go to six-man rotation by then. I'm just being honest. I think they'll stick with the five-man for a bit, which is bad. But because well, let me ask this question. Okay, with the five-man rotation and 8 bullpen guys, you have a six-man rotation. It means you only get 7 bullpen guys. Can they survive that? Or, and I've talked about this with Mark Salas, do they just get the OKC to LA plane going, and guys are going to get 5 times on that round trip until you only get 5 times, and that's it. That's the other alternative. So, and they're good at that. They're good at that. That's why, no offense, Casey, but it's why the Dodgers, it would be better if they were in Ontario instead of OKC. For that type of reason alone. You don't have to deal with jet lag. You don't have to deal with all the planes and stuff. That's my thought on that. Yeah. Will Conforto be DFA'd for Chris Taylor? No. Conforto's way better than Jason Hayward. Jason Hayward was the reason he was DFA'd. I know he ended well. He had that game-winning home run, which was great. But his numbers were nothing special. And he was limited to basically 1 or 2 positions. Chris Taylor was brought back because he was improving. He had an awful start. He was improving, and he had position versatility. And he could play all over the field. And if you notice, he had 2 hits in the Dodgers clincher against the Mets when he started at second base. So that was a different thing. No, Chris Conforto's are actually a very productive player. Hayward's on the downside. I know he's on the Padres. I don't know. I don't know what he's doing over there. I haven't looked. Best of luck to him, right? Does Hayward get a ring? Yes. And he should accept it. Absolutely. He earned it. All million guys who showed up on that roster, they all did something. You think about Nick Ahmed. Well, he sucked. Okay. But he did hit a game-winning home run against the Giants during Kershaw's debut. That game mattered. That was like, an August game? July game? It mattered. So, yeah. All those types of, even the crying guy, um, you know, it mattered. Norm. More likely, the price of Dodger dogs getting slashed this season or the team winning 125 games. It's 125 games because one thing we know about the Dodgers, ain't no prices going down. Oh my gosh. No prices going down. So, and I'd put both of those at the bottom of my tier list of the wishing well or whatever it is, or yeah, wishing upon a star, whatever it was. I can't remember. Um, that's yeah, jeez, man, yeah. Um, so that's not gonna. We got well, it's right out there with you know 1 in a million. So you say there's a shot. That's about where it's at. But yeah, more than likely, yeah. Yes, Flaherty will get a ring at Dodger Stadium on ring ceremony day. And I hope so. Our guy, all-time great, Brent Honeywell, he should be there. I hope he's there. He should be there. He's not signed with anybody. No one picked him up, which is shocking. It's shocking because the guy proved that he's got something. So I wonder what he's going to do. But I would love to see him at Dodger Stadium for that and then go sign with somebody. And hey, anyone who's available, I want them there. I don't care what team they're on. If the Padres are just down the street, but they're playing. With Hayward, I want everyone there. I wish Walker Buehler was going to be there. That's for sure. That's the one that stings. But so many guys earned that ring. I don't know where Nick Ahmed is, but he deserves. Again, he's a player that deserves one. There's a lot of guys like that, and of course, guys that. Hey, yeah, David Robinson is a free agent. So Showtime. I'm not a fan of David Robertson, but that's mostly in the postseason. We really could use him right now. That bullpen wouldn't hurt to have David Robertson. But if everyone gets a lot of guys get healthy, it becomes really crowded, and yeah, that's a little perplexing. He must be asking way too much. Does anyone see how much the Dodgers are charging those pregame stadium tours? It's well over $300 per person. Yeah, and to be honest, they're all Japanese. Trey Sweeney does not get a ring because he wasn't on the major league roster. However, that's a good question because that was a big deal, right? I mean, it sucks giving up Teheran Lorenzo, but I'd do that all day for a world championship. And they don't win the world championship without Jack Flaherty. I don't think they win the division without Jack Flaherty. So props to Jack Flaherty, despite the fact giving us all heart attacks in Game 5. He just wasn't good on the road. It's like he needed more time off or something, but he was worn a bit. Yeah, Trey Sweeney, that's a good call. That's a good question. But yeah, he was never on the major league roster, so it's only going to be guys that were on the major league roster. The organizational coaches, though, they're getting some rings. Some of the, I don't know how far down it goes and how whatever. But I think there's a lot of rings that are given away to non-players, um, which is great. It takes a whole team. That includes everyone who's on the roster, but includes a lot of people just, on the fringe, quote, fringes of everything. The people. So little props to the people that handle the media. They had to handle things that were way different than they've ever handled before with the Japanese influx, for obvious reasons. So they did a great job, I think. So props to all those people, Ali, Salvage, and to her especially. Will be a bit weirdo for Conferto, Snell, Yates, and Scott to watch everyone on the team getting a ring, except them. I know, a few others too, probably, but I agree. Yeah, Sasaki too, right? But hopefully that'll be what's it called? Um, the incentive for them. I mean, that's why we know that's why Yates signed for sure. And probably the other guys, I'm sure that's a factor. Yeah, Richard is very disappointed he wasn't a victim of not getting a Chris Hatcher bobblehead night. Hey, we never got the Pedro Baez night either. Hey, he earned it by the end of it. It would have been cool. Um, and of course, we got the Juan Uribe bobblehead after he was traded. The weirdest trade. I didn't like that trade. That sucked. We were as a family, we were pretty hurt. Um, and then that dude who replaced Uribe took the number 5, and then he got DFA'd when they brought Seager up. So Seager got 5, and now it's Freeman's, and after that, it's done. I don't want anyone wearing it again. Give it to all, give it to the World Series MVPs. Let's retire that jersey. I don't want to see anyone wearing that. It's still weird having people wear number 6. And it's Hae-Sung Kim this year, but he's in the minors. So we'll see what happens with number 6. And again, just a reminder, Sasaki is not on the 40-man roster yet. So I believe they do have room. Because if they don't, they've got 50 million other guys to go on the injured list, the 60-day IL to clear out space. Norm says, Kopech has got to be one of the luckiest guys in the majors. One day he's married with a bottom feeder, and now he's getting a ring. Yeah, and with the bottom feeder, his numbers weren't that good, but he did show some stuff, enough for the Dodgers to see it and go, we need this guy. And he another guy that performed it, and he's a guy that there's an article written by Jack Harris in the LA Times about the injured guys, and Kopech was one of them. He was definitely grinding, trying to get through those things. So the fact that some of these guys were kind of wearing out at the end, and didn't look as good at the end, there's reasons for that. But fortunately, guys, like, Anthony Banda stepping up was great. Alex Vesey, when he hurt himself, he barely made it into the World Series. But he got into 4 games, I think, including getting a save. But a lot of guys stepped up. The Ben Gasparius, Landon Knox, those types of guys they all stepped up. And it was really cool to see. And but that's why you build your depth. That's why you... even though I wish the Dodgers had some more homegrown guys. That's why I want Pages and or Outman to make it. I want them to be Dodgers. Oh, whoa, look at this. It's a good possibility. All 3 current Dodger Japanese players, Ohtani, Yamamoto, and Sasaki, will end up as a Hall of Famer. Ohtani, he's in already. That's got to be a lock, right? It has to be. And then Yamamoto, we'll see, and Sasaki, we'll see, but their talent's there. Oh, yeah, so you don't want a Mike Marshall number 5 jersey retirement night. Hey, that dude's got a ring. He has got a ring from 1988. Key player on that team. Just very quiet. A quiet player. But he was pretty good for a bit. He was pretty darn good for the Dodgers for a bit. Rogers has to be Roberts, not Rogers. Roberts has to be looking at Kopech and giving the Dodgers the puppy eyes. All those guys. All those guys got to be super grateful. But Kopech, man, got throws good. And he's an important guy, but it's about October, so I want the Dodgers to baby the crap out of the guys that need to be babied. That's for sure. I don't want to see any of this, any rushing of these guys. Pun not meant. I didn't mean pent. A pun by the rushing thing. Dalton's going to do just fine. I still can't. I would never Luis Robert or Luis Robert, not Roberts. Oh, yeah, that dude, a really good player, stuck a really good talent. He hasn't shown enough that he's a really good ball player. You got to at least play a bit. Um, but Robert, man, there's so much talent there, and I wonder. But I don't think that's happening. I just don't. Um, yeah, I don't think it's happening. I think you're going to stick with what they have. Pages, Kim, Altman, whoever else. How high are you on Jack Dreyer? Oh, I think he should make the roster. I think he's earned that, and it's tough to tell. You know, he's a lefty. How much work is he going to get? But you got a lot of guys out in spring training. He's gotten guys out. That's the thing. He knows how to get guys out. He's not throwing 100 miles an hour. Think of in some ways like Vesia. He's throwing 93, 94, but doing it with location, movement of the fastball, things like that. Being able to put a little extra something on the fastball is you can never underrate it enough. That's for sure. All right. So I want to start wrapping things up a little bit. All right. I'm going to go for a walk. I really need to walk because I have been doing badness with my, I was bad today with the diet. So I must walk. I'm just checking what the weather's like. Good. 65 outside at the moment. Yay. So yeah, let's see. More likely, Alvin rebounding or Taylor rebounding. Oh, short-term Taylor, long-term Altman. I think Taylor really has to. Yeah, Ohtani will not steal near as many bases as last year. I don't want him stealing at all. It was a weapon, absolute weapon last year that he was able to do that, which was great. But dang, man, we don't need that guy getting hurt anymore. So limit some of that. Heck, you might as well play him in the outfield if he's gonna be stealing bases like that. He'll get a few and do it strategically, but man, Taylor's a bum. Ah, poor Chris Taylor. I don't think he's a bum. I think he's a great dude. Just remember, Chris Taylor's never done anything wrong. But he's been at the first half of last season, he was awful. He was a really bad baseball player. He got better as the season got along. But both Taylor and Outman have had some good moments in spring training, but in general, I'm just seeing way too many strikeouts. Let's see, who will have more wins, Kershaw or Ohtani? I think it's still going to be Ohtani, but boy, wouldn't it be great if Kershaw came in and got some wins? Dodgers will be 2-0 before domestic opening day. Dodger players are motivated to win it for Yamamoto and Sasaki in Japan. No, he hasn't been bad. I understand what you're saying, BC, but there's injuries, all that stuff. I'm looking at what he did at the end of last year, and I think that's what the Dodgers are looking at. So, and none of these players are bums. Bums, I don't like that. You could say he's a bad baseball player. A bum sounds personal, and so I just don't do the personal stuff. Cody was only bad only 2 years and let him go. Oh, I can guarantee this: if Taylor didn't have a contract, he's gone. Cody didn't have a contract, and that's why he was gone. That's why. And they also see something different between those two guys. I just think they maybe felt that Cody wasn't a long-term guy. I wish they would have kept Cody. Gave Outman a chance, though. He was good in 2023. So was Cody, though. I wouldn't mind, Cody would have been fine. But I think Cody's done well for himself. I think he'll do well at Yankee Stadium, smaller stadium and stuff like that. But yeah, I just don't go with the bum things. Taylor's had his moments. Yeah. Bauer was a bum, good player, but a bum. Yeah, he put himself in whatever happened, no matter what happened with Bauer, he put himself in an awful situation. He just did. He put himself in an awful, awful situation. And messed himself up pretty darn good, didn't he? And messed the team up. They had the best team going, for that season. They could have had the best team, and that guy blew it. And then Urias in 2023. Both those guys. No matter what they put them, we have video. We have video of Urias. He was hitting his, I guess, wife. Bauer, we have words, but no matter what, he put himself in they warn you of these things. Don't do that stuff. A bum is Manny Machado. The way Machado has behaved on the fields is one of those things that he deserves to get booed. I don't boo a lot of players, but when a player does some of the things that Machado's done, you don't run out a ball, and especially if it ends up it would have been close, you deserve to get booed, for sure. Let's see. Yeah, Bauer. Even if he was, let's be honest, even if he was 100% innocent, they will not let him back. They just won't. He already burned those bridges. If I put my tinfoil hat on, I'd say even if they know that he's innocent, which I don't, who knows? We don't know. We don't know. But tinfoil hat would say MLB set him up so that they would never, because he was being a loudmouth about the ball and about the Astros, all that stuff. Norm, always good to have you on. Appreciate you coming on, providing some content, making me think. I like that. But in general, yeah, he ain't never coming back. People, he's never coming back. He's just not. Urias will never come back. Now, Ozuna with the Braves got to come back. And they cheer him. What's going on? What's going on there? Because what's going on? I believe in forgiveness, but dang, forgiveness, especially if they ask for it and if, do a real apology, not these fake ones. Usually you see the fake apologies when they have a getting caught with steroids. Oh, well, I didn't mean it was this, that, and the other. There's no apology. Just cop to it. Was it Mr. No, what? Mr. DeWormer? The worm thing? Whatever it was that Tatis was talking about. What a freaking, he's a joke. But still, I don't like the way some of these people behave on the field, but I like the way Chris Taylor behaves on the field. A lot of times I don't like the way he plays, but in terms of the results, they're just not there. So I think the Dodgers will let him get his 10 years this year somehow. They will guarantee that somehow. Either they make him they put him on another team where he can do that, or they will let him play out and then release him, or put him on the quote injured list. And that might be where he needs to go. You know what I'm saying? I think you know what I'm saying. All right, folks, let's go out again. Second Sunday of Lent, or Lent, as my man Richard Flores says. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. The Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace. Thank you so much, everybody. I do appreciate y'all. And good to be back for a bit. And please help with the show. If you want, do some feedback or whatever on, do your tier list or whatever. I know I'm inconsistent. It is what it is. But let's hope that next time we talk, the Dodgers are 2-0. Unless we speak earlier. But let's hope so. Let's go for that. Then they come back, play the Angels. And then Dodger Stadium opening weekend against the Detroit Tigers. Still so weird with an American League team. Hate that. I wish it was a West team. I really wish it was. But hey, that's it, folks. As always, thank you so much. God bless. And go Dodgers.